Hey folks, it's Randy here from the Photographers Podcast. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to interview a pro fighter, Austin the Tornado Joel. How are you, man?
Thanks
for joining
us,
us,
brother. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So you just had your first fight.
Yes, sir.
Not only did you have your first fight, it was in a foreign country.
Yes, sir.
Against somebody you didn't know.
Nope.
What was that like?
It was a crazy experience, flying 10 hours to fight, not knowing what I was getting myself into. We ended up training for a southpaw, but we ended up fighting an orthodox, so it was a complete different experience than what we thought it was going to be. But everything came out good. We ended up first round knockout. So,
well, and that is a testament to your skill level, because you went in there thinking one thing and you were able to adapt. So that has to be a big deal.
Oh yeah, it was a little bit of a, I don't even know what word I could use to speak. A little bit of a mind fuck, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was all good. We stuck to the game plan and
the game plan worked.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about your journey to becoming a pro fighter.
Yes, sir.
So when did this start?
Man, this journey started, I want to say 2007. I started at Taekwondo. I went through the rankings in Taekwondo. Started here at Carl Stramert when we opened in 2011. And I've been at Carl Stramert ever since 2011. Went through all the amateur Muay Thai ranks, national champion, provincial champion, world amateur champion. Now we're here, professional boxer.
So that's a big switch from Muay Thai to professional boxer. Like,
yes, sir.
How did you do that?
Man, it was a lot of hard work and discipline.
Yeah.
I have the best team around me. Steve Wilson. I have CJ the technician for all my boxing. So and I have Brendan Kalajenic around me too. So they're all great boxers and great fighters. So it was easy to make the transition.
But what was the spark to make that transition? What said, you know what, I'm done with the Muay Thai, I want to do this?
You ever been kicked in the face 1,000 times a night?
And so that's normal for a Muay Thai fighter.
Yeah, it stings after a while. Yeah. It stings after a while.
So I started to think about, the being a pro and what it means to be a pro.
Yes, sir.
So what happens now? Now that you've won your first fight, and you actually have a title now, right?
Yes, sir. The TMC featherweight title, yes.
So that's pretty impressive. Now, what are the next steps in your journey?
Man, the next step, we actually fight March 30th. We're back in Colombia, Santa Marta for the Battle of the Beaches. TMC Promotions is throwing a huge event down there. So we're going to go down there, defend my title. And then after, we're looking to come to Canada, take over Canada, then the world.
That's an awesome way to look at things. So Austin, you've got quite an influence on a lot of young boxers. Do you see anybody up and coming? Have you worked with some kids that remind you of you?
Yeah, actually, I've been working with one kid. His name is Dallas Nickerson. He's 15 years old. Hasn't had an amateur fight yet, but we are building him up. We're trying to make him go pro by the time he's 18. Very coachable kid. It's like a video game. He's the player, and I have the controller. I press A, he jumps. I press B, he punches. He's very, very coachable, very aggressive too, very great pressure fighter.
So when you see this happening with young people, does it help motivate you to go?
1,000%.
Because you're a role model now.
Yes, 1,000%.
Right? You have to keep it going, don't you?
Yeah, I'm here to build the next generation. That's for sure.
I love that. And just, one last thing, like, I want to find out some of your biggest challenges and some of your biggest successes.
Jeez. Biggest success was definitely my pro debut, and coming back. I took a 5-year absence on the whole combat sport. I just needed time to be a kid, but no, we're back here, so that was definitely a big challenge to come back.
Just to
and hop back in with all the killers.
Yeah, I can imagine that, because once it's out of you, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, listen, man, thanks for talking with me.
No problem. Thank you so much.
I'm excited for you. I'm going to be following you.
Thank you.
And best of luck, okay?
Thank you so much. It means a lot.
Okay, man. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Austin just told us there's an up-and-coming boxer that he really is excited about, and that's Dallas Nickerson, who happens to be my grandson, so I'm a little biased here. Hey, Dallas, thanks for joining us here on this show.
Thank you for having me, Grandpa.
Well, Austin spoke very highly of what you've been doing. And what got you into boxing?
So originally, my sister Paige, she was kickboxing at this gym, and then her and my dad were kind of talking about getting me into a sport because I was never really into sports too much growing up and that. So they took me to a boxing class. I went with Paige, and I just loved it ever since.
Now, you've stayed with it for quite a many years already, and you're
Yeah.
only 15.
Yeah.
So what are some of your biggest successes so far?
I would say some of my biggest successes are my 3 exhibition matches that I've done. I'm quite proud of those. I'm hoping to go amateur this year. There's a tournament in London, actually, a novice tournament. I believe it's August 19th or 20th, something around there in August. So hoping to get on that. But yeah, honestly, just I take everything as a little bit of an accomplishment and just kind of keep training hard.
Well, how did you get so brave?
Over time, I'm not gonna lie, it's difficult. When I first stepped in the gym the first day I was here, I was very nervous. There's a lot of really good pro fighters and just really good fighters in general. So it's definitely an environment that if you're not confident, it makes you build up and all that.
Now, are you starting to believe in yourself?
Much more than I
Much
was.
more, the more you go?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a good team around you. They think a lot of you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you keep going? How do you keep your attitude in a place that keeps you wanting to do this?
Well, it's not always, a straight shot. Sometimes it's up and sometimes it's down, but I think the most important times is when it is down, your mentality about keeping it in a steady motion to go up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, does this help you in your regular life with your school, with your friends, just your study, all that stuff?
100%. Once I started boxing, it really made me want to work hard in not just boxing, but all aspects of my life with eating good, getting my sleep schedule right. It's definitely my schoolwork. I've gotten honor roll. I'm in grade 10, second semester, and I've gotten honor roll every semester of high school so far. So I plan on continuing with that. But yeah, boxing overall has just made me want to work harder in every aspect of my life and really get myself straight.
And who's kind of influenced you the most so far?
Honestly, my coach Steve over there, Austin, especially Austin, he takes me out for sparring at Ajax Boxing Club often. So he gets me in a lot of opportunities. And my coach Steve, he's kind of brought me up. I've been with him ever since I started. So
yeah, I know. And we don't mind sharing you with them, okay? But make sure you just keep at it and you keep moving forward and keep your attitude strong because we love that about you.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, guys, we're here with CJ, the master trainer of Austin, and we're going to really find out the secrets about Austin here.
Not too much, though. Not too much.
No, don't give away too much.
Not everything.
But, he's telling us he had to give up the sport for a while. How did you get him motivated when he came back?
Motivation wasn't even a thing. Like, he's already motivated enough. Like, he came in, he was ready. He doesn't waste no time. He doesn't waste around. He doesn't waste a minute. And for me, like, time is everything and energy is everything. Like, as soon as he came in, I saw how his energy was, his confidence was. And we had a conversation a couple weeks ago, and he actually told me, he's like, CJ, I can fight. He goes, you just got to teach me how to box. And I said, bet.
That is an awesome point of view on how to separate fighting from boxing.
Right.
Because it's technical, right?
Very much.
People don't think that way, but it's technical. And when I'm watching a fight, the points are they're subtle.
Yeah,
They're not like, oh, he got him. It's not always that way, right?
Very,
Yeah.
very.
Now, I've watched you work with him. You've put a lot of stuff out on the internet. And I look at his speed, I look at his fitness. That's got to be one of the number one things to work on, right?
For sure. Like, fundamentally, the boxer's got to have a good body, a good mind, a good foundation for what we can build in the gym. And once they have a good foundation, it's up to us coaches to understand what they need and where they're very good at, where they lack, and kind of put the two together and build that bridge,
So how do you get someone like Austin from his first fight, and it's only going to get harder from here, right?
Oh, for sure.
You're just going to meet people that are closer and closer to your skill level.
For sure.
How do you keep pushing your skill level higher? What are those secrets? Not secrets, but what is the secret to doing that?
Truthfully, I always tell my guys it's 1% better each and every single time you step into the gym.
Just take it day by day almost,
Take it
right?
day by day, and like I said, it's a building block every single day, right? You get better because you want to get better. You get better because you put in the time. You get better because you sacrifice. You get better because you do the things that other people aren't willing to do. And that's what Austin does. And like I said, he's got a lot of crazy combat background. He's had a really good career in Muay Thai and everything else that he's doing. So now encapsulating that and putting it into boxing.
Putting everything he knows, right? That knowledge.
Yeah.
What's your background in boxing? How did you get here?
I've been doing this for over a decade now, and I started back when I was like 16, 17 years old. And my father was a professional boxer, so I kind of just grew up in that as well too. And I found a part of myself doing what I'm doing right now, and I'm able to put it into other people.
Yeah, giving back to people is a big deal.
For sure.
That's really satisfying, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. At the end of the day, like that's what coaches do, right? We invest into other people, right? And we pour into other people, and back to your comment, back to the conversation about motivation. Like he's motivated already. He's inspired already. Like look what he's doing today. You know what I mean? That's a hustle mentality. That's an entrepreneur mentality. And that's somebody I can mess with.
And you got to be a businessman too, don't you?
Oh yeah. You got it.
As much as it is a sport, it's also a business.
It's a business more
It's
than
a
anything else,
business.
right? It's like how much tickets can you sell? How much X, Y, Z can you do? Because at the highest level, that's what they look at, right?
Yeah. So how much love do you have for this guy?
That's not even a word.
Yeah. I get called to this guy at 11:30 at night and shit. You know what I mean?
All right, well, you're a mentor. So, well, listen, man, thanks a lot for talking to us, okay? And look after our boy here.
Always.
We have a real special treat now. We've got Lydia, who is the only female boxer at this gym, right? How does that feel?
Well, being the only female boxer in my own gym, it's like hard to find women to spar. It's having to beat up all the guys. It's ego versus ego. And you know, as a boxer, I have my own ego, and in front of all these guys who are going hard on each other, and you know, sometimes as a female, they're going lighter on you, and my ego tells me no, they need to hit me hard, and they need to hit me hard now so that I can be kind of equal to them.
Well, when I think about it, if you can do well against the boys here, it's only going to help you against the female competition, right?
Oh yeah, being in front of guys, they're like heavy bags compared to girls. So I'm getting conditioned. It's like strength training.
Yeah.
You know?
So how long have you been doing this?
2.5 years.
Wow. And did you come right into boxing or did you start with something else?
I actually had no martial arts experience at all.
Yeah.
No background in any sports. I was not athletic. I did go to the gym occasionally. Like I was fit. I'm not gonna say I'm not fit, but I had no background.
Well, there is different fitness, right? Like a boxing fitness is different than
Completely
just
different.
being fit, right?
Oh yeah, it's full body exercise. It's everything, but most importantly, it's 90% mental.
I would agree with that.
For
Now,
sure.
how can you promote women in the boxing game? How do you think you can do that?
I would just say having more events where women come together to spar, to talk about the difficulties of the sport, the mentality that it takes to even do the sport, especially as a woman in a male-dominated area. You know what I mean?
Like, can you use social media to help you with this?
Oh, 100%.
Right? You get out there, you talk to women directly, say, look, you know what, if you need help, you can tell them where to go and to start, how to start, what it does for them, just even if you're not a pro, right?
For sure. I tell every girl that I meet, you should get into boxing. Even if you don't want to take it far and you don't want to fight or take it to the big stages, just do it for your own mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I
It
get
can
that.
really shape you into the person that you're going to be, like mentally, discipline-wise, everything. Physically, confidence.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, excellent. So, what is your next step in this journey?
I want to go professional. Right now, I'm just focused on training and getting my skills a little bit sharper.
Excellent.
You think you're sharp, but there's always more work to do.
And I understand that, because as a photographer, whenever you think you're at the top of your game, there's always somebody else.
Sure.
And the key is seek out those people that are better than you
Oh yeah.
so that you can elevate yourself, right?
You can train all you want, you can eat all you want, sleep all the hours you want, but if you don't have this, you're not going to make it far, especially in combat.
Well, you're an impressive lady.
Thank you so much.
Listen, thanks for talking to us, okay?
Of course.
Okay, have a great day.
You as well.
Okay, and that's it, guys. Right back at you. Love it.